The main reason why Gen Zs went to the streets, it is because there was a vacuum. There was no opposition to keep our government in check. So that's why us as Gen Zs, we had to fill that vacuum.
So do we trust the opposition?
There is a challenge. Right now the opposition is the citizens, because both UDA and ODM, they control the majority in the National Assembly. And having a handshake, for me, I look at it as a sign of weakness from one end, because if the president and his team, they have the majority both in the National Assembly, they don't need the handshake for them to deliver. But the fact that they approached ODM and sort of having a cooperation, for me, I look at it as a sign of weakness.
So you're saying there's an inefficiency, that they could not handle matters by themselves, that they had to have a handshake to be able to, you know, make an MOU work?
Trying to salvage the situation, trying to maybe make some political comeback in a way. And we have to look at the context. It all started last year in June. We cannot forget the context. And then now the situation was made worse with the impeachment of the deputy president, and then his wing went another way. And then now the president, for his own political survival, he needed to get Honorable Raila Odinga. For them, it can be, you know, they feel comfortable there, but for the citizens, there are some who support Raila will say, okay, they are okay with that. But the context really matters, where we have come from. Yeah. And another thing I have to say is that all these handshakes, they are as a result of loss of life, and that is the saddest thing. The 2017 handshake, there was bloodshed. The NADCO, there was bloodshed. And this one, there was bloodshed last year. And we cannot bring that context out of this conversation.
So, Rachel, with what he has said, again, I ask you the first question I asked you before. Does this indicate we have a political problem?
We've got a political, I wouldn't really call it a political problem, and I said that. First, let me say that in our constitution, the Constitution 2010, I think the constitution did not envisage an opposition, because we don't have it clearly